Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Today's broadcast is coming from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Canned Cocktails is perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Well, another beautiful day in Vancouver. Excited to talk Boise State basketball with you. It is game day yet again for the Boise State men's basketball team. Beautiful day in Vancouver. The team making the nice drive, about an hour and a half down to Abbotsford, BC. Just arriving about 30 minutes ago. The players greeting Coach Rice as they come off the bus. Dealt with some traffic on the way here. Took about 90 minutes to make it down here to the UVF Athletics and Recreation Center. Much smaller gym than we had yesterday. But the Broncos are here, and we're ready to talk some basketball with you here on the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. We bring you courtside here. Mike Burns going to join us in just a couple of seconds. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. My name is BJ Rains, and again, we are live from Abbotsville, BC, here, University of the Fraser Valley. Boise State getting set. You can see the court behind me. Much smaller court than yesterday's game. This is essentially a high school arena for this game today. Much different scene here at the University of the Fraser Valley. Again, 90-minute drive to get here, but we are so thankful to be here. Excited to talk Boise State basketball with you here on Bronco Nation News. And again, as Mike Burns is going to join us in just a second, the Broncos coming off a 134-70 win yesterday. 134-70. We'll see what they have in store tonight. Andrew Meadow was the star, 31 points for Mr. Meadow. And we'll see. Cam Martin was impressive. He had 19 points. You had Jace Whiting with 17. A lot of guys played well. How are they going to back that up? It is a new starting lineup tonight. 4 of the 5 starters are new for Boise State. You got Roddy Anderson, Omar Stanley, Tyson Degenhart, Max Rice, and Andrew Meadow gets the start tonight for Boise State. So pretty much an entirely new starting lineup from last night as they mix guys around. But Omar Stanley does make the start for the second straight game. So we are excited to be with you here. Again, not the easiest drive. Took a while to get here, about 90 minutes, but we have made it, and we are ready for Boise State basketball against the University of the Fraser Valley. So get your comments in, your thoughts on yesterday's game. Coming up, Leon Rice sits down with Chris Lockett, one-on-one. Leon Rice helping us out as a correspondent. He interviewed Chris Lockett earlier today. We're going to play that interview one-on-one, Leon Rice and Chris Lockett. So don't go anywhere as we get it set to play that interview for you. While we get set to have Mike Burns, the assistant coach, join us for a live interview, I want to thank a couple of our sponsors that made this trip possible. We wouldn't be here without 3 sponsors. First one is Brian King, the King, Barrios, and Bartlett Investment Group, consistently ranked #1 wealth management team in Idaho from Barron's and Forbes. You can check them out. Just Google Brian King, RBC Wealth Management. You can also check them out online, phone number 208-389 6812. You can give Atkinson's Mirror and Glass as well. We appreciate them. Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, fourth-generation family business helping Idahoans build equity into their homes since 1951 for all your glass needs. Check them out, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, or give them a call, 375-3762. Proud sponsor of Boise State Athletics and the Horseshoe Collective. Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate, we appreciate him. The number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is our friend Matt Bauscher, and we appreciate him for his support. Check him out, 243-8222. That is Bauscher Real Estate, Matt Bauscher, and Bauscher Real Estate. We appreciate Mike Burns. He's going to sit down and join us here. Our interviews are brought to you by the great folks at Taco Bell. And Mike Burns, camera's over here. We appreciate you for joining us. Team's coming out on the court. How are we feeling tonight?
Good. Guys had a good day, got a little rest, and got themselves prepared. And, it's a little bit of a different game up here, so we had to get acclimated to that kind of on both sides of the ball because of the FIBA rules and the 24-second clock. So I thought our guys did a tremendous job of that, especially offensively last night, because they got the ball up the floor fluidly. They were selfless in their ball movement, and I don't know what our school record for assists was, but it was in danger with Andrew Meadow catching those balls and shooting them in. Boy, I'll tell you what a debut for the freshman.
And I told him last night he's going to have, he was all over social media with some of the clips and things, and 31 points in his first game. I mean, the legend grows already. The hype is already there. I mean, how does a guy like that back it up tonight?
Well, the great thing about Andrew is he plays agenda-free basketball. I mean, tonight he could go for 7 points and have 11 assists. He's just a very unique young man. I mean, he's a great kid, and he's wired the right way, and so he's just going to do what the game tells him to do. And last night it told him to shoot it in, and he sure listened.
What else impressed you? Cam Martin came in, obviously pretty impressive for him. Jace Whiting looked good as well. What else were your thoughts from last night's win?
Yeah, I was impressed with all of them. All of our guys did it. Jace obviously made some big baskets. Buzo had 22 on 11 shots. I mean, he's playing at a really high level right now. And in the front court with Cam and Omar, we've got two guys that can come at you different ways and be very, very productive. And then, our backcourt, obviously Jace played well. Roddy Anderson, electric with the ball in his hands. And then, Max and Tyson, you almost didn't notice last night. And there are two all Mountain West guys.
Yeah.
So it was a good performance and a good way to start the trip.
What'd you think of the defense? That's the big question.
I was a little less than enthused with our transition defense, but part of that was getting used to that 24-second clock because teams are a lot more deliberate in the States. And last night that ball got inbounded and up the floor. And, probably a problem for us last night is we started Omar and Cam together. Mm-hmm. So they're used to running back and guarding post players, and one or both had to guard in space more often than they're accustomed to. So it skewed our transition D a little bit, but our guys made the adjustments, and I thought, overall their effort was very good.
Hour and a half bus ride or so to get up here. Not as much time as yesterday, but smaller gym as well. I mean, what do you just make of the scene here?
Well, it's a beautiful campus, and it's a beautiful little gym here. And this is, as you can attest, you've been up here with us these last 3 days. Vancouver, British Columbia, and then this area is just unbelievable. So it'll be a test. Anytime you got a long bus ride, you got to, get yourself going and get your mind and your body right and ready for tip-off, but I think our guys will do that.
Would you prefer the international rules in the college game, the shot clock and the quarter system and some of the stuff that's different here?
What I would prefer is that I love the 30-second clock. I think that's a really fair way to play the game, and I think, we could kind of adjust to the rest of it with FIBA rules, but college basketball is definitely not broke, so I don't think there's nothing we need to do to fix it.
You guys are mixing up the starting lineup a little bit tonight. I know you guys are trying to try different combinations, try different lineups. What is kind of the objective tonight?
Well, it's exactly that, to get different people on the floor together, see how, who plays well with who, what lineup really gels, and when we get back home and really have some time to pour through the tape and look at the plus minuses and, the different things that people did while playing together, it'll give us some really good data going into the fall.
What do we know about the University of the Fraser Valley?
They are a good team, very skilled. They'll shoot it from all 5 spots, similar to last night's team. So, they've got a guy, number 5 there, Dylan, is their leading returning scorer, and he's a guy that made, I think he was at 3.5 threes a game last year, but he can also put it on the deck. And so that's the one thing. You come up here, and these guys are good basketball players up here. They play a different style of basketball up here because of the rules and the shot clock, but they are good players, and almost always these teams are really skilled. I mean, they'll shoot it usually from 4 or 5 spots.
Final thing, I mean, is there anything else in particular you guys, based on what you saw yesterday, that you're putting the emphasis on? I mean, I know you obviously want to win, but what else is, want to check off on the to-do list in tonight's game?
Well, I mean, we just want to make sure Coach Durier's got sunblock for that raft trip tomorrow, so me included. So we both got to get that box checked. But in terms of the basketball component, I mean, just, we talked to our guys today at pregame meal about, effort and communication. We're going to play a team that we haven't scouted. We didn't go through a normal walkthrough. We didn't watch any film on them. So our communication's got to be at the highest level because we're going to be dealing with a lot of things we haven't seen or aren't accustomed to. Then the effort's just got to be there.
On the way out, who is the guy tomorrow you're most worried about being a little nervous on the whitewater rafting trip tomorrow? Any players stand out to you?
I don't know. I mean, Lex took a spill on his bike today, so I'm not sure he'll be 100%. He's probably not up for paddling, but
I heard Omar might be a little nervous.
Well, yeah, I haven't really dug into that, but it's that's one of those things that you get out there on the little bumps and the water starts cooking along.
Yeah,
we could all be screaming for mommy halfway down the river. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. Mike, good luck tonight. Appreciate your time. Thanks for doing this while the team's warming up. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
There he is, Mike Burns, assistant coach for the Broncos, joining us here. You see the Broncos on the court warming up. Again, Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. Our interviews brought to you by our friends at Taco Bell and the freestanding Treasure Valley Taco Bells, to be exact. Proud to support Boise State athletics through the Taco Bell endowed scholarships. Generated scholarship support for at least 46 Boise State student athletes since 2008. We really appreciate Taco Bell and their support of Boise State athletics. The setup here is not the same as it's been, so I apologize. The camera's going to be a little shaky on the warm-ups here, and we're just kind of putting this together as we go here. As you can see, it's not exactly the largest arena. No, there's not an earthquake going on. The way I had to set the camera on the table here, and we're working on the fly here, but we're going to make it work. We appreciate it. And Bill's asking about a rafting trip. No, this is a actual whitewater rafting trip that the team is doing tomorrow. They've got about a 4 or 5 hour drive tomorrow to Kamloops, where the next game is. So they're going to break that up and stop about halfway and go ahead and get some fun in with a whitewater rafting trip. So I mentioned that Leon Rice had a chance to sit down with Chris Lockett today. Pretty cool that he was willing to do that. We will get to Leon Rice and Chris Lockett one-on-one in just a minute, but obviously want to thank a couple of our other sponsors making this trip possible. RoePaint.com, our title sponsor, ROEPaint.com. Check them out. One-day concrete coatings, 5 times stronger than epoxy, the one-day install, and I highly recommend the folks at RoePaint.com. Check them out. They'll come out for free at RoePaint.com and give you an estimate and let you know all about it. Lithia Florida Boise. Appreciate Jim Sturk and company as well. Big supporters of Boise State Athletics and Bronco Nation News. Full inventory of vehicles is available online at LithiaFordBoise.com, and they will offer you on the spot a cash offer from the appraiser for your used car if you're looking to sell. So do what the Raines family did. Purchase from Lithia Florida Boise. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. The best in mobile e-branch online banking. They bring you the Tyson Degenhart Show, and they can bring you the best banking experience you've had. Check them out, ICCU.com. And if you need some new Boise State gear, I got the folks you need to check out. And again, we're going to hear from Leon Rice in just a second. The Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. Free shipping, any order over $40. And also, if you're in the Boise area, just go to the Boise Town Square Mall. They got all the football gear, sideline apparel, hats, gear, everything you need for the upcoming football season. Check it out at theblueandorangestore.com. Okay, as I said, we are here. You see the team warming up in University of the Fraser Valley is where we are at right now. So we're about 16 minutes from tip-off. Cody Gogler is going to join us in a little bit as well. Excited about that. The Senior Associate Athletics Director, as we're having some fun here. They're the Cascades. So it's the UFV Cascades. I don't see the mascot here. Somebody was asking about that, but should be a fun one tonight. Boise State looking to go 2-0 on the foreign trip here as you see the Broncos warming up. But earlier today, Leon Rice, our correspondent, caught up with freshman Chris Lockett. Again, we're trying to bring you interviews with every player on the roster, and now we're checking another one off here. Chris Lockett, the freshman. Coach Rice helped us out with the interview. Here's Chris Lockett and Leon Rice.
Hello, Bronco Nation. This is Leon Rice with the second edition from Bronco Nation News. I'm here with Chris Lockett Jr., our freshman from New Orleans. He was Gatorade Player of the Year. He was Mr. Basketball in the state, and he played for a Idaho legend in Randy Livingston. Tell me about your high school career.
It was pretty quick. 4 years go by quick. I matured fast, going to Newman, playing for a wonderful coach, and Randy Livingston giving me the tools to be the player I am today.
No doubt. You were lucky to play for a guy that was such a great coach, and, he was one of the best high school players ever in this country. It was amazing what he did. In fact, we were looking at your plaque, and I said, that's pretty cool. You played at Newman. You were Mr. Basketball. Chris was Mr. Basketball. Well, he pointed out to me he was Mr. Basketball for the country.
Yeah, he said that it's bragging rights with him. He's very competitive in practice. We even one-on-one certain times in practice, just talking trash. But he made me a better player, even a better person off the court, too, just giving me, life, mentor, things off the court.
What do you think you did learn from him, like as far as your game is concerned? The things that attracted me is you have a great feel for the game, and you kind of find a way to do whatever needs to be done to win.
He just told me, sometimes you may not score the ball, so you have to do other things to win the game. So that's just been my focus with him. He just said, if the shot not falling, go rebound, play defense, just make your teammates better. And that's what I have done learning my past 4 years.
I've never lived in New Orleans. I've been there a few times, recruiting and Final Fours and that kind of stuff. It seems a little bit different than Boise. What's it like for you?
It's different. The food is different. Boise is very cool to me, just learning everything, just speaking to the people. In New Orleans, it's just, it's too hot, humidity. Even in Boise, it don't even have that. It's just hot and cool. So in New Orleans, it's just different, though. You just barely got basketball spots. It's just Hunger Games at that point.
There you go. You got your first college experience yesterday. Okay, you did a great job. You learned some stuff, I think. Tell me about this team that you're playing with and what it was like out there.
The team is very cool. We bonded very quickly, with the month we have been given. In practice, we're very competitive. When I lose a game, I just be competitive. Just learning from my vets, Max Tyson, Cam, everybody that's has been there in college for over a year. Just learning and asking questions, even with the coaches. But yesterday, it was really eye-opening for me. It was very fast-paced. Some shots may not go in. You about to play defense. Everybody is quick and everybody's athletic. So, that's just something I was just looking at, honestly. Great.
Well, now you get another chance at it today. We're back at it. You get another chance. You guys lost that fifth quarter, I noticed.
That was tough. I really say that I took the blame on that loss. I should have been a better point guard, a better leader on the court. Just making sure everybody was in the right spot. So I just take that one on me, honestly.
Great. Well, what if I give you another chance at it today?
I honestly want that. Yeah, I want that challenge again. I feel like I got something to prove again. Just be a better leader and better point guard. Just show that skill as well.
That's Chris Lockett Jr. I'm Leon Rice. That's this edition of Bronco Nation News.
Well, we appreciate Coach Leon Rice for helping us out with that. Again, our interview sponsored by the Treasure Valley freestanding Taco Bell stores, big supporters of Boise State Athletics, and we appreciate Taco Bell and their support of Bronco Nation News. I promised Cody Gogler, and Cody, nice enough to sit down and join us, the Senior Associate Athletics Director for External Affairs. You do a lot of different things at Boise State, and we really appreciate you. It's been fun having you on the trip, man, getting to catch up with you, sharing a bus seat with you. And what's it been like here, man, watching some basketball in July, I guess now August 1st?
August 1st, man, it's pretty cool. You start the journey. We were talking a little bit about it last night. We're 8 months away from the goal, and it's a little weird, you're like, okay, you feel like you're in the middle of basketball season, but to be able to get out here last night, just kind of see all these guys get out here and play, I haven't really had a chance to see much of it, and it was just kind of cool to see all the new parts in motion and really get Bronco Nation really excited for this year.
There was a couple times, you and me and Larry Eustacy were kind of sitting by each other last night, and there was a couple times where we kind of looked at each other and like, this team might be pretty good.
The double eye emoji. I texted a couple people, and I was like, look, I'm not trying to get too far out in front of my skis here, but they obviously did a good job in putting this roster together, and we just got to keep everybody healthy and just get better and better every day.
The resources for this program are obviously something that's been really important to Leon Rice the last several years as he keeps building this program, and you guys have continued to do what you can to increase that and push the envelope and to be able to get some boosters and the university to step up and make this trip possible and be able to have these 3 games and these 10 practices. I mean, what can you say just about the ability to do these games and what you think it's going to mean for this program, getting a jump start into the season?
It's what we've talked about all along. Everything matters, everything counts through the Lyle Smith Society and all the support that we've had for all of our sport programs, but specifically men's basketball, to be able to afford to come up here. These days you can put a price tag on it, obviously, because there's an expense to this, but it's invaluable for what this will do for this team, the time that they're going to spend together before they start classes, the coaches, and how they're going to be able to start being able to see pieces in motion on the court. This is what it's all about. This is literally Bronco Nation and our fans, whether you're a season ticket holder, you're a donor to the enhancement fund, you are literally making an impact right now by allowing this team to come up here and get prepared for what could be a very special journey this year.
I know we got some of the folks in the Blue Collar Club watching. They're big supporters of Boise State basketball. And I think I was talking to Jeremiah or something, but you think about they raised over like $35,000 in the last year. And you think about a Lyle Smith Society membership, that's like 25 over 5 years, correct? Or I guess it's gone up now to 50,000. Yeah. But I mean, every $5 or $10 adds up.
Blue Collar Club's amazing. Shout out Joel York, Jordan, Derek, the whole crew. I believe they're actually maybe a little bit closer to $50,000.
That's amazing.
Overall on their commitments, and the new Lyle Smith minimum get in right now is $50,000 over 5 years. So just think about that. They'd be a $250,000 member of the Lyle Smith Society if they did a 5-year commitment. That's how much strength in numbers really weighs out in this Blue Collar Club. And whether it's Blue Collar Club, season tickets, mini plans, just joining the BAA, showing up and supporting, I think you're starting to see something special come together right now.
He's Cody Gogler. My name is BJ Rains. This is the Bronco Nation News pregame show, Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. We got about 8 minutes on the clock, and Cody's hanging out with us. We appreciate it, Cody. What is the excitement level just around the athletic department right now? You're here with basketball. We got the first football practice tomorrow for Boise State. You got all the other fall sports starting practice as well, soccer and some of the other sports. It's got to be a fun. I know it's a busy time, but it's got to be pretty exciting to get through the summer and now have the fall seasons here.
Yeah, you take some time in June and July to try to spend some time on your balance, get ready for the upcoming fall, and you're starting to see everybody get back into the office. You're starting to have more formal and constructive and consistent meetings. This is why we do what we do. You're getting ready to start a journey this year. Love our staff. Love everybody that we put together for this year. I hate that, we're going to miss opening day of fall camp tomorrow, but there's more practices later on this week. Can't wait to get out there and support Andy and the staff and our student athletes. Soccer, volleyball, everybody's back on campus. It's what we call go time.
What are the objectives in the department right now? And obviously you guys got a lot going on as you kind of push towards that September 9th home opener against UCF. We saw the numbers come out today. I believe you guys are ahead of pace from this point last year on the season ticket sales for football. A lot of new members, new people buying season tickets as well, which is encouraging. I guess the floor is yours. What's just going on in the athletics department? What are you guys focused and pushing right now?
It's just one day at a time, the what's next mentality. We're so focused right now on just continuing to invite as many people in the Treasure Valley to be a part of what we're doing. This is a big year for us. We're looking at launching our capital campaign, which has been a few years in the making. Obviously, we just went through the RFQ process for our North End Zone project, and we're excited to kind of work through those next steps and get that project underway. So a lot of that foundational work that went in a few years ago, whether it's structurally, infrastructure-wise, people-wise, you're getting all these different processes together. As far as Jeremiah and his leadership and him beginning his third year, this is where you kind of really see everything take off. And so can't wait to see everybody. We got our first soccer match coming up this upcoming Friday, an exhibition.
Okay.
And then our first actual home true home competition will be coming up a couple weeks after that with soccer and volleyball kicking off, and then we're just off and running from there.
What is that? No, everybody's excited about the new scoreboard. You guys have had the couple movie nights, you got that going. The lights, they're almost installed, right? What's the status of that? And I know that you guys are working hard on that kind of game day environment. We may not see all of it against UCF. It's going to probably still be daytime, I guess, at 5 p.m. But in general, what's the excitement level for what you guys behind the scenes are doing for the whole video board light game day experience?
We're pumped. You go out there and you go to a movie on the Blue. We had one last week. We had cars out there and the community was there. You see, when you get eyes on that video board and you just see it all lit up and you see what that could be for game day, we're just really, really, really jacked and excited for what this could mean. We have a run-through coming up at the end of August. We're going to do a nighttime run-through where we're going to do all of our different cadences and light shows. And we won't say what day it is so we don't have so many people parked up outside the Blameyer Center. But lights are coming in. I think we have two more installs left, and then we'll start playing around with what those look like. This is, again, you put the infrastructure in place. We talked about the game day script, the marketing and the promotions and all the different elements that go into game day, the Blue Chaos, all the new traditions, what's coming back, concessions. It all matters to the fans. We cannot give them a reason not to want to be there. And for us, that UCF game, you never know. By the time we get to that fourth quarter transition, the lights may be bright enough to be able to see a little bit of that, but we may have to wait a little bit later in the fall to truly see what this could look like.
Broncos are back on the court, about 5 minutes till tip-off against the University of the Fraser Valley. You obviously, you're at Baylor, you're on some big-time college basketball. As you've kind of gotten, adjusted to Boise and Boise State in this program and Coach Rice and his staff, what do you just make about the direction of the program and what you're seeing that Coach Rice has been able to do? Obviously, going for history here would be the first time in school history. 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances this year is obviously the goal, and they're still looking for that first win. But I know there's a lot of belief that this could be the team to do it. But just what you've seen the last couple of years, the improvement and the growth of this program, what stands out to you?
I think it's a two-part question, and I'll probably try to answer it very quickly. In the off season, we literally took no days off. We got back from Sacramento and we got started on the portal. We got started on what next year looks like, getting everything ready and lined up budget-wise so that we know what we had to work with. And I was just so impressed with just the commitment to focusing on moving forward and what's next. And in addition to that, I was really blown away by, and not blown away, I don't want to say it that way. I was so impressed with how locked in our guys were last night. Just the professionalism, how serious they took it, the respect that they showed our opponent, and then just honestly, just how intense they were for a game in July.
Yeah.
And I just think that's a reflection on the leadership of this program and a reflection on where we're headed this year.
We didn't get the Cody Gogler, fist pump like we did at Wazoo last year, but maybe at some point. Oh yeah, it was left-handed.
I got the same shirt on. I
think.
do.
People are liking the retro shirt there. They're talking about it. So, hey, Cody, we appreciate, man, for the athletics department to approve, someone like me to come on the trip and tag along on some of the bus rides and stuff to make this trip possible. Hopefully the coverage is making it worth it for you guys. I think fans are really excited about this. It's getting a jump start to the season, but you guys have been very helpful in what we're building at Bronco Nation News, Coach Rice and his staff, and you and Jeremiah included. So appreciate you for everything you're doing for us and for allowing us to bring this coverage to the fans, and looking forward to tonight's game, man. Should be fun.
Appreciate you too, brother. Go
there
Broncos.
He is. Thanks a lot, Cody Gogler, Boise State Senior Associate Athletics Director for External Affairs, and we appreciate him for joining us on Bronco Nation News. Another big crowd, record crowd watching the stream here right now. We appreciate everybody for checking us out. We got about 3 minutes on the clock. And no, this game is not streamable. Folks are asking about the stream. There is no stream of this game, so you cannot watch the game unless you are. But, again, we will have the bonus game. Coach Rice is allowing us to stream the bonus game. So be ready. Come back about, 9:45 or so, because this game is starting at 8 o'clock in Boise. So 8:30, 8:45, be ready to join us live. Coach Rice will again commentate the game, and we will show you the bonus game live on the video stream. So excited about that. Come on back after the game, and we will have the post-game stream here where you can watch the fifth quarter and then hear from Coach Rice, and we'll have a live player guest as well. So, hey, don't forget to check out Lean Feast, leanfeast.com/Meridian, the best in healthy eating and meal prep service. Check them out, leanfeast.com/Meridian. Ridley's Family Markets, 13 locations in the Treasure Valley, or around the state of Idaho, plenty in the Treasure Valley as well. Check them out, download their new app, and find a shop near you at shopridleys.com. United Commercial Insurance, business insurance, 229-8222. Check them out, unitedcommercialinsurance.com. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. So check them out if you need business insurance, and you will not be disappointed from the folks at United Commercial Insurance. We're going to bring you the starting lineups here in a minute, but Boise Dentistry Co., check them out as well. BoiseDentistryCo.com. Check them out. 5 locations in the Treasure Valley, the best dentist in the area, and I highly recommend them. And if you're looking for a new job, how about Transportation Compliance Service? Check them out as well. And they got the trucking industry booming right now with the pandemic, so check it out. TCS, Transportation Compliance Service. We would love, if you're looking for a new job, to check them out at Transportation Compliance Service. They're getting set for the national anthem. We'll go ahead and keep it going for that here in just a minute. But again, thanks to our sponsors for making this trip possible. RBC Wealth Management, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, and Bauscher Real Estate. Check them out. All of our great sponsors. We appreciate them and their support of Bronco Nation News and us being here in Canada. Again, I'll try to get some clips on social media throughout the game. Full highlight package is coming up after the game on our YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out as well as we bring some highlights to you. But they're getting ready to lower the music for the national anthem here. They'll do both the United States and Canadian national anthems, and we will bring that to you here in just a second. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer here.
Good evening and welcome to the UFB Athletic Center, home of the University of the Fraser Valley Cascades. This evening's basketball matchup features your Cascades taking on the Boise State University Broncos. I think we can do better than that. Make some noise! As we start this evening's proceedings, we would like to acknowledge that UFB is situated on the traditional territory of the Stolo peoples. We would particularly like to acknowledge the Sumas, Matsui, and Kwantlen First Nations, our closest neighbors, and we express our gratitude and respect for the honor of living and working in this territory. And now, please stand if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of the United States and the Canadian national anthem.
Well, we are getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll try to bring those to you here. Nice little atmosphere for basketball as Boise State starting lineups get ready to get announced. Coach Rice is standing right in our way here, so we can't show you that perfectly, but that's all right. That's okay. You're good. There they are. Thanks again to all of our great sponsors, RBC Wealth Management, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, Boucher Real Estate, and, of course, Taco Bell, our new sponsor as well. You see the Boise State starters getting announced. New starting 5 today. Omar Stanley, the only starter that started in the game yesterday. You got Tyson Degenhart, Max Rice, Andrew Meadow, and Roddy Anderson getting the start for Boise State in this one. You see Coach Rice getting ready to address the team. Not able to show you the game, so we'll have to cut the stream off here pretty soon. But, again, come back for the 5th quarter. Coach Rice is going to join us live for the 5th quarter, and they're going to play an extra game. We'll be able to show you that. And then that'll be fun. Coach Rice will commentate with us. We'll talk to him about the game. Tons of highlights coming to social media as well. Thanks to Mike Burns for joining us. Thanks to Cody Gogler. There will be some mid-game Twitter updates. I'll try to post what I can, but I don't want to give too much away on Twitter. We're going to save some of the highlights tonight for the post-game show and the YouTube channel. So make sure you check those out on the post-game show and on the YouTube channel. So you see Boise State getting set to go. Thunderstruck playing on the speakers. As our friend KJ Mack would say, it is basketball time in Abbotsville, BC. Should be fun tonight, getting set for Boise State basketball. No stream of the game, not allowed. We're going to cut the broadcast off here in a minute. But, again, come back for the 5th quarter after the game. We'll be happy to have you after the game for the 5th quarter, and we appreciate it. So have a great evening. Enjoy the game, and we'll talk to you after the game for the 5th quarter. Boise State, University of the Fraser Valley here, Bronco Nation News Live, bronconationnews.com.